Hello, I am back to watch episode 6 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians season 2. I have my sword earrings again. I wish I had some sheep jewelry to match the theme I've been doing for like the last 3 episodes basically, but I do have my little sheep friend to watch with, so at least there's that, I guess. Yeah, obviously this is going to be the Polyphemus' Island episode, and they're going to be, with the sheep on the island. I have a lot of questions because they've changed Polyphemus to not be, completely unaware of what's going on. Like, he didn't fall for Grover's ruse and he knew the whole time, and he's now using Grover and Clarice as bait, which leaves a lot of questions for me, because bait for what? And why does he want more people coming to the island when in the book his only goal was to just protect the Fleece and, his flock of sheep and everything? So I have a lot of questions about that, and about, just in general what his whole vibe is. So yeah, let's see what happens. Well, I guess they're just jumping to the Tyson reveal off the bat then. Kinda thought they'd, make it a surprise when he turns out to be alive, but okay. Guess we're doing this. Catch the impact a little. Are they all dead? That was weird. Are we not gonna have the bit where he dreams of Thalia? Because the lightning made me think of that. In the book, he dreams of her.
It was about camp.
Okay, what do you look like?
Oh boy. Okay, it is Thalia. I spoke too soon.
All outsiders are enemies. Or food. I learned long ago. If you don't trust nobody, then you live.
You can't seem to shut up!
I will add your voices to my collection to keep the conversation stimulating.
Ooh, that's weird to think about.
Ships that travel beneath the waves and others that sail the stars.
Oh.
Where'd you learn to use the Fleece to lure satyrs here? How'd you know it would give off the same scent as Pan?
Who do you think brought the mighty artifact in the first place?
Really?
Pan was here?
That's a change.
Why?
Unlike satyrs, demigods are dangerous. Heroes will cross oceans to save their friends, to be together again.
Aww.
And when they do...
Okay, so they're bait just to make them coming for the Fleece more dangerous? I guess. Okay. I don't want a smarter Polyphemus. Although I kind of like the version of the books who is just a chill guy who really just kind of wants to be with the sheep. Convenient that those are there. What if that hadn't been there?
You're alive. I knew it. Is that Polyphemus' island? Listen.
And I really don't need your help.
Whew.
You just want to...
Wait, what is she telling him? Luke was not... Okay, this is interesting.
You can't even see how much of yourself you've lost.
Oh. Oof.
What are you doing?
He called me.
Oh.
That was recon.
Oh? See, in the book they just grabbed the bottom of the sheep and hid under them because I think they were giant sheep, but it makes sense that it would be difficult to do that on film. I'm very curious what this was like to film, thinking about it. I'm just surrounded by sheep.
Keep low and stay quiet. Think woolly thoughts.
Holy what?
Just be a sheep.
I think that's a line straight from the book. There's no way their sheep noises are that good. I think they'd be better off just being quiet. Oh, they're too fast. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with the sheep. He may, like, mistake those forms for sheep, but he does know how many he has, right? That seems not very fancy looking to be the Golden Fleece. Oh, he goes for Grover first, of course. Oh, no. Oh, great. 7 years bad luck.
We can always leave Clarice.
Percy!
Kind of. Let's go.
He would never actually leave her, of course. But where did the rope come from? Oh, I guess from the ship rigging. I mean, it's not going to be that simple, obviously. I feel like you should grab the fleece, like, while she's tying that. It'll take a second, just grab it. Oh.
Get the fleece and then get out of here.
I see. He's going down there. I thought they were just supposed to climb up. But, like, seriously, just grab the fleece off the tree. That's not actually the fleece. That's why it looked so bad. It's painted gold. It's just a regular fleece painted gold. That is clever. Uh-oh! Oh, boy. Uh-oh! Aw!
Hi.
Okay. That was a strong catch, my god.
I'm dreaming, you really.
Your eyesight is worse than they say.
Ooh!
Reveal yourself. Make sure to kill you. Quick.
Tempting. But I'll pass. Nobody sent me.
Nobody.
That's right. No, was just so rude.
That's our brainy girl at work. Whoa! Wait. Oh, that's right. I forgot his sword could do that. Is he gonna show up? Oh, he's gonna. He did not come to the island in the book. He just waited for them to get the fleece and then surprise him later. This is fascinating. What is gonna happen here? He's not gonna... Yeah, okay. Even Luke's not falling for that.
The real one.
Wow. Cool. Yeah, that's not happening even with 3 of you. Come on.
Go get his
Mine.
Yikes, that looks bad. They're gonna pass it to Luke through the crack to heal her. Just an idea. Oh my god.
Hey, Percy. My brother is inside this cave.
Oh.
He's a hero.
And so are you, Tyson.
No. No, don't touch her! Don't touch her! Get away from her!
Yeah. I mean, she has a point. Like, we love Annabeth, but everyone at camp,
Here, to the island.
everyone, Kronos will hurt. I mean, she has a
Save her life?
I'm not sacrificing the quest.
She has a point. Because if Kronos comes
Anna doesn't
back...
understand. She would know that this is bigger than any of us.
Clarice, you said you'd never let another warrior fall in the battlefield. If you could prevent it, not on your watch.
Ooh.
Not again.
But, I mean...
And then
to
as a warrior, just
be
as
fair-
those men
Okay, well that works too. But Clarice did have a point. Like, I don't want to, like, you know, we all love Annabeth, but she had a point about saving camp and not resurrecting Kronos. Just to be clear. This is Percy's fatal flaw at work. Because to save her, he would sacrifice the quest. Like, Luke's not giving that back without a fight. They could lose everything now. And that's because Percy could never lose her. Like, I don't think there was ever any doubt that Luke would save her, but he wants that now. Yeah. He's taking her? Tyson!
He won't bother anyone again.
Oh. You killed him? No. Aww. Big brothers.
I always knew I'd see you.
Oh. So, instead of Luke just showing up with the ship to steal the fleece, now they have to get on the ship to get it from him.
What now? Huh?
We get them back.
Rainbow! Rainbow!
Guys.
4 hippocampi.
No. Okay, Disney Plus decided to crash out on me, so not going to be able to react to the next time teaser. That's fine. I usually forget everything that was in it by the time I actually watch the episode anyway. But yeah, that was a good episode. I mean, having Luke there, I was hesitant on it first, but I really liked that we got to see Percy's fatal flaw in action, because in the books we don't actually find out Percy's fatal flaw until book 3, and then honestly I feel like we don't see it demonstrated that much. I mean, we see him being very loyal to his friends, but we don't see it actually jeopardizing his mission, like, as much as one might expect for it being his fatal flaw. So I really, really like this inclusion of Percy choosing to save Annabeth, even at the possible expense of everything, because, you know, Clarice only knows that they're risking the camp, but Percy knows that they plan to use that fleece to resurrect Kronos, and he has risked that for the sake of bringing back Annabeth. In fact, and I'd be surprised if they don't touch on this next week, but I wonder if there's a version of Percy, even though, I mean, he hasn't reached 16 yet, but I wonder if there's a version of Percy that thinks of this, like, did he just make the choice that destroys the Age of the Gods? Because that was, you know, that's a pretty monumental choice, and, you know, very different from the book, where, as I mentioned, Luke does not show up on the island or anything. They get the fleece, and then Luke shows up to try and get it from them. So here it looks like they're going to be staging, like, a mission to go get, obviously, the fleece and Annabeth from Luke. I think ultimately it's going to end up in the same place. You know, there's a fight aboard the Princess Andromeda. Well, what happened after that, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read the book, but I think it's really interesting just how they've changed it up, and instead of Luke just surprise attacking them, it's now a more proactive thing, like they have to go get it to complete the quest. Especially because in the book, by the time Luke found them, they didn't have the fleece anymore for reasons that don't really matter, because it seems like they're changing that up in this adaptation, at least a little bit. But yeah, this is interesting. I like getting to see Percy's fatal flaw in action. On the note of things that are dark, I like that they didn't shy away from, like, how bad Annabeth looked after he threw her. Like, you know, a lot of TV shows are afraid to show any visible sign of injury. They would have just had to be passed out, but no, like, she looked bad. That was really interesting, having Luke be there and all of that. And, like, just to talk about Clarice a little bit more, again, like, she has a point. Like, I think there's some people who be like, oh, of course you save Annabeth. And, like, to be clear, I love Annabeth, and I think, yes, you save Annabeth and then figure it out later, but, like, I'm not Clarice for, like, her attitude, because, you know, she's already talked about earlier in the season how important camp is to her. Like, it's her home, it's everything. Like, yeah, she obviously does not want to risk the camp. And I think she is also right that Annabeth would understand, and that Annabeth would not want, you know, everything sacrificed for her on her behalf. Like, I think, you know, she's a warrior, and she would understand, you know, sometimes sacrifice is necessary. Again, I'm very glad Annabeth is okay, and, like, I think Percy did what Percy was going to do, and, like, that's what I would have done in that situation, but I do understand where Clarice is coming from. very much. Yeah, and so the only thing, so Tyson, I just think the moment where he comes back would have hit harder if we did not see him alive at the beginning of the episode. I feel like it just sort of spoiled the moment a little bit, but other than that, it was a really good episode. However, I didn't like also just basically everything I didn't like. Tyson at the end saying Polyphemus won't bother anyone anymore, implying that he's dead, because there's like actual like nice in the books, and you know, especially I thought they would touch on it, especially given how much the show, even more than the book, is exploring the theme of monstrosity and what it means to be a monster, where Percy has the opportunity to kill Polyphemus and chooses not to, saying he is also a son of Poseidon, I can't harm him. And Polyphemus reminds him of Tyson in that moment too, so he chooses not to kill him even though he can, and then Polyphemus comes back and attacks them again and turns out to have been the wrong choice, but, well, not necessarily the wrong choice, but perhaps not the wisest choice, but I thought that was a really important moment. And they took out all of the empathy for Polyphemus that we have in the book. They made him more cunning and less unintelligent, let's say, but they also made him less, I don't want to necessarily say sympathetic, but like in the book there's an element of like Polyphemus is just a guy who wants to care for his sheep, and our heroes are kind of the bad guys for disturbing his peace and everything because he just wants to care for his sheep. And then, like, not actually, like, again, he does attack them, but there's an element of like he is a Cyclops, he is Percy's brother. I mean, they talk about him being Tyson's brother, but they also talk about him being Percy's brother as a son of Poseidon, and like I said, Percy's unwilling to kill him. And then they really explore like the similarities between Polyphemus and Tyson and Percy, and I don't think, I mean, Polyphemus might come back at the beginning of the next episode. I doubt it, so I'll save like what happens as they leave the island. I didn't mind with how they changed the nobody thing. I think if Polyphemus is going to be more intelligent, then you have to change it around, because Annabeth claims to be nobody in the book, which, yeah, if Polyphemus thinks that he, you know, if he knows that was Odysseus, he's obviously not going to think this teenage girl is Odysseus. That's fine. But, yeah, Polyphemus is left alive in the book. They leave his island, and he doesn't have the fleece anymore, but he's just out there tending his sheep, and they don't kill him, and I wonder, I'm just surprised, because the show has generally been more sympathetic to, like, you know, the monsters, so to speak, than the book. Not necessarily more, but at least it's more explicit about it, and like it explores it earlier, I should say. It doesn't really come up until more later in the books, and they've explored it earlier in the show, so I am just surprised that they would go this route with Polyphemus. I mean, it's still a great episode of television. I miss that element a little bit in adaptation. And maybe because it's elsewhere, they felt they didn't need that theme with Polyphemus, but I really liked the line, like, he was a son of Poseidon too, when Percy, like, decides not to stab him, so I wonder if any of that will get touched on in the beginning of the next episode, because they haven't actually left the island yet at the end, but I assume they're just leaving the island. In fact, they're leaving on the hippocampi, so actually I can't spoil what happens in the book, or, like, what happens in the book won't affect the show, but in the book they leave on the boat, and then Polyphemus sinks it, and then the hippocampi rescue them, and he thinks he finally killed nobody, aka Odysseus. So he has like his moment, and Percy's like, I hope he never realizes he's wrong. So that's sort of what happens in the book. They're just leaving on hippocampi. Like, I don't think we're going to see Polyphemus again, so just interesting that they cut out that sympathetic element of it. But still a great episode, and I hope that you all also enjoyed it. And I'm really interested to see where we go in the next 2 episodes to finish off the season. So thanks for watching. Bye.